Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, coming to you 6 days a week as we interview whitetail experts and hear their traditions and personal stories of the hunt. Learn more about the latest gear, discover proven tips, and the latest strategies so you can make your next hunt a success. Now, here's your host, Bruce Hutchin.
This is Whitetail Rendezvous, episode number 183. On today's show, you'll hear from Henry and Lakeisha Woodard of Mississippi. And they're going to talk about how to schedule when to be in the field. Yes, folks, you're not going to want to miss the show because they got some tools that you'll want to hear about so you can get on that big buck and spend the right time in the right place.
Hey, listeners, don't forget to text 33444. Food Plot for your free Food Plot ebook. Welcome to another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous. This is your host, Bruce Hutchin, and we're heading down south today, and we're going to connect with a family, Henry and Lakeisha Woodard of HALO Chronicles from down in Mississippi. Henry and Lakeisha, hello.
Hey, how are you
doing, Bruce?
Well, I'm doing good. Hey, give a shout out to all the folks out here in Whitetail Rendezvous land.
Yeah, we like to give a shout out to John and Gina Brunson at from Addicted to Outdoors, 10X, Browning Trail Cameras, Hawk Optic, Matthews.
All of our Facebook followers and Instagram followers.
Yes, those on the Hunt Fish Journal.
Absolutely.
Jerry Everhart, Dan Stapleton, and
Greg Barnhart.
Right. And just everybody love to chase whitetails and hunt turkeys.
Well, and that's something that thousands of people who listen to my show love to do.
Right.
So let's start right off, and we've got a husband and wife team, and they are a couple, and we're going to talk about that later in the show, how they were on Addicted to the Outdoors. But what does HALO mean, you guys?
HALO is an acronym, which is for our names, Henry and Lakeisha Outdoors. And the Lord gave that to Henry, well, to both of us, actually. So it really worked out, and that's how we came up with the HALO Chronicles. And I thought it was just so neat and cool how our names actually had the halos for the acronym. I don't know.
So we kind of feel like it's just meant to be our relationship, our experiences, just everything that goes on in outdoors, you know, from our family to everything that you see right now. It's our chronicles, it's our lifestyles, and it's just the way it is. It's not nothing staged or rehearsed, but we just like to share to our viewers and to our followers our experiences day to day.
Do you guys know how many people total you have on social media that following you and it's watching your chronicles or reading your chronicles?
Well,
on Facebook, maybe about 25.
On Facebook right now, we have about 25 plus followers, and
Instagram, I believe, we haven't
been on Instagram long, but it's kind of hard to know exactly who's following you because to give you a small example, we were actually posting different things, and so actually we go to some places. We attended the ATA show this year, and we found out there were more people that knew about us and was following us that
we didn't have any idea to it.
Yes, we did. They may haven't liked our page or anything like that, but they were actually keeping up with our posts. So, you know, social media is such a great tool. So we really don't know how many people that we have following us actually.
All right. So let's stay right there.
Okay.
Please share with our listeners what your social media handles are or names are, so they can go out and like your pages, or they can connect as friends. So, guys, just share, you know, how you get a hold of you guys on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram.
Okay. On Facebook is going to be HALO Chronicles, HALO, and then Chronicles for Facebook, as well as Instagram is HALO and _ Chronicles. And
sorry about
Instagram?
That. Yes, on Instagram.
Instagram is also HALO Chronicles, and
okay.
On YouTube is also HALO Chronicles.
All right.
So basically, if you type in HALO Chronicles, HALO Chronicles, you would definitely pull us up. You will see us, and we will come up.
Right, and actually, we have a website that's under construction right now.
Yeah, we're working on a website.
We're working on a website right now, so
great.
That'll be another avenue which you can get in touch with us and follow our chronicles.
Hey, Lakeisha, tell us about Women to Hunt and Doe Girls.
Okay, yes, I'm also a pro staff member for Women Hunt too, and it's basically where we promote women in the outdoors. And we also have items that we sell, women hunt too, and also for women fish and women camp too. This is just basically about promoting women in the outdoors and getting women interested in doing things in the outdoors. So we have cosmetics they sell, and we have a lot of other items, shirts. And if you are interested in purchasing anything from them, you can go to www.womenhunt2.com to make any purchases and check them out.
How did you connect with Dawn Freeland?
Okay, she was actually doing a pro staff search, and I submitted my entry, and she gave me a call, and she was like, she liked what she read, and she said that she would love to have me a part of the Women Hunt 2 team. And I was honored, and I was just excited and glad and happy. So it was great.
So what do you do? So we got listeners out there, and a big percentage, about 30% of my listeners are ladies. So tell the ladies what you do as a pro staff member.
Basically, promoting Women Hunt 2 products that they sell, post items that they may have, like shampoo, hats. We have hats that has Women Hunt 2, T-shirts. It's a lot of what do you call that? The little wraps that goes on the bow. I mean the arrows, camo wrap. We have it's a lot of stuff that they have that we sell. It's basically just promoting them, women to hunt, to get out there and to get outdoors and to hunt.
What about Doe Girls?
And Doe Girls, Scent Eliminating Cosmetics, and that's with Tina Kane. And for them, it's basically about promoting women to feel good and look like a woman in the outdoors. The cosmetics are great, no scent to them. They're scent eliminating products that we have, and it's basically about being able to look pretty and not scare away the deer with scented clothes. I mean, scented lipstick, scented lotions and things like that, or scented shampoo. And it's all about that, eliminating that scent, so you can still go and look pretty and feel good as a woman, but you still have that scent under control.
Lakeisha, I want to ask you a question. What kind of camo do you wear?
What kind of camo?
Yeah, what brand?
10X. We wear 10X camo as well. 10X.
The reason I'm asking is a good friend of mine, is Kirsty Pike of Proas Hunting Apparel.
Women.
Have you ever heard of there?
Yes, I have.
Did you see them okay. Have you ever tried any of their stuff? Or
I want to. I just haven't had the chance to actually go out and get it yet, but I definitely see their products, and it looks great, and I'm just waiting to go ahead and make that purchase for one. So I'm definitely I definitely see myself using it.
Yeah, and next time you're on the show, I'd like to hear reality, what you think of that product, because Kirsty's done a really great job growing her brand, and it's a matter of letting ladies know you don't have to settle for. There's plenty of companies out there that are cut, for women and fit women, and that's important in the outdoors today, because we're a huge industry, and the ladies right now, they're the fastest growing segment of the outdoor sports totally, and so hunting is part of that. And why do you think that is, Lakeisha? Yeah, the question is, why do you think ladies are the fastest growing segment of the outdoor sports right now?
I think that women, they're wanting to expand and do something different and let everyone know that, hey, we can get out here and hunt. We can provide for the family and feed the family as well. And that I think that's pretty much about what I think.
All right. Henry, tell me about Hunt Fish Journal. You're also field staff for them. What does that entail?
Yes, Hunt Fish Journal is about the science of deer hunting. And there's some guys, Jerry Everhart, he's an old experienced deer hunter, and he's taught me some methods that I believe was going to save me, that has actually saved me some years of trial and elimination and a lot of mistakes. But basically, just to sum it up, we've found out certain things, certain ways to harvest whitetails more efficiently and more effectively, and it involves not putting a lot of time on your stand, using quality scent, real deer scent, and actually being able to calculate the rut. And when I do say calculate, I'm basically talking about calculating the time where the does will come into estrus, which is triggered by sunlight, and they've developed a way where they can calculate the sunlight curve going all the way from north to the south, which actually gives us the information that we need to know when to be in the woods. Exactly. And matter of fact, we've calculated down to the hours when you should be in the woods. So it's a real effective technique.
Henry, in our warm up and our discussions earlier, today, you shared with me a story. You told Jerry that you shot a buck and daytime and where you were, right. And then he came back and share with our listeners about that story, exactly how you shared that with me.
Okay. Well, when I was when I first talked to Jerry and he taught me these different things about these methods, my problem was I wasn't hunting big properties. I wasn't hunting high fence, and the thing was I was hunting on small 40-acre properties and stuff. And some of the most nocturnal deer that you ever want to face is in Mississippi. Because why everyone in Mississippi hunts. Trust me, the deer are constantly on the run. And so I was trying to figure out, why did I harvest a nice buck that I harvested, and why have I not been able to do it again? Well, he used a calculator, and he was able to tell me. He said, Henry, when you harvested that deer, what did you harvest that deer around this date? And so I go out to the garage and looked at the deer and the date that I wrote on it when I harvested it. And to my surprise, he was absolutely right. That was the exact day that I harvested that buck, and that is what really sold some of those methods for me. And I tell you, those methods are spot on. Even our trail cameras, even when we're not hunting in those places. Suppose I'm hunting in the property A, but I got my trail camera set up in, I'm gonna say, a B and a C location. At those times, we have bucks that we haven't seen on camera, and they're showing up just like on time. It's like clockwork, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Now, Lakeisha, you got in your bio photo, that's a gorgeous, gorgeous buck. Now, did you take that because of what Jerry shared with you?
Yeah, he gave us some great methods of what we needed to do to get the job done, and it was just so amazing how that book came right on time.
Well, tell us about it. Come on now. You got hundreds of people going, okay, they can see your photo on our webpage. I mean, it's right there. They're going, man, that's a great buck. So he just walked up and said, here I am, shoot me. Come on now, girl.
Oh, no. You know I'm not going to give away all the details about it. You're going to have to stay tuned and watch Addicted to the Outdoors when that episode is.
Oh, that's your episode, dear?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
Okay, stop the presses right here. Okay, so let's give a shout out. You got everybody hooked now, so tell us when the show's going to be, if you can, and let's just talk about Addicted to the Outdoors, the couples episode, and tell us whatever you can tell us about it. Henry and Lakeisha, flip a coin and somebody start.
Okay. Well, right now, we don't know exactly when, but they told us our show is going to air sometime this year in the last quarter of this year. And they told us that our episode is off the chain. It's actually off the hook, and it's going to be great. And
they got a lot of good moments on there.
yes, they got a lot of, they captured a lot of good moments, and
that's great.
It's going to be a great show. And like I said,
we had a great time filming it, and it was a great experience, and we really enjoyed it.
But we will tell you that these scrape methods and stuff that we learned from the Hunt Fish Journal, they definitely played a big role, and basically that's pretty much what the whitetail was coming in to do, I believe, is to check a scrape. And so
the rest have to stay tuned. Definitely
stay tuned. Okay, what are they going to stay tuned? Is it on the Pursuit channel?
It's going to on the Outdoor channel. Yes.
Okay, Outdoor channel. So you just have to check Dish TV or Direct TV, right?
Right. Whoever has the Outdoor channel now. If they follow us on our Facebook page, like on HALO Chronicles or Instagram, as it get closer to when the show airs, they're gonna do like a teaser leading up to the show. So we'll and at that time we'll know a more set date, so you'll be able to tell, and so we'll be most definitely streaming that teaser show, that teaser of the show.
Well, that's good, and you got a friend here that when you find out the actual date, you give it to me, and right now I'm sitting on about 25,000 followers or connections on social media. So I'll blast it out to those guys.
We appreciate it.
I can't wait to see the show myself because you won't tell me anything about it.
Right.
So.
We can't wait to see it either.
It's different looking back at yourself.
Well, but you were there. Come on.
I mean, it was so amazing. Like, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh.
Okay. It was an archery kill or a rifle kill?
No, unfortunately, it was with a rifle. And it just
that's not unfortunate. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. We were gonna do a bow hunt, but it was so windy that day, and it just so happened that the wind just came to a calm right when I could have hit my bow.
Right, but we were hunting having like 25 plus wind gusts. It wasn't just gusts; it was a constant wind. Yeah. So it was pretty terrible.
Oh my goodness!
Yes.
Okay, so it's a gorgeous buck, mature deer. I'd say over 4.5 years old.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes. Or? Yes. He was scored 152 inches and weighed 240 pounds. Mississippi whitetail swamp donkey.
Well, yeah, because is that a typical swamp donkey down there?
Yes. We have swamp donkeys like that in the Delta area, and a lot of people really don't know about it. And it's really like the farmers. They really keep those secrets and stuff to themselves. And there are so many bucks that's been killed. If there's a local store in Tunica, and I'm gonna tell you something, that deer is just like any other deer in that book, and there's some even bigger. But a lot of these guys, they really don't care about putting these bucks in Boone and Crockett and Pope and Young. They just don't care, So it's a real big kept secret, I guess, until now. I hope they don't get mad at me.
Well, no, sometime you already mentioned, one of the stores that people hang out and you see the bucks, and a lot of people, they hunt for themselves, and they're not hunting, they're hunting for the joy of the hunt. I guess
exactly, and not for the fame or the, you're trying to be a celebrity, and that's who we are,
Yeah, we eat what we kill, and we love the deer meat. So.
Yes, we eat what we kill, and we have 4 beautiful kids, and and I tell you, we're raised on good 100% organic meat,
All right, where did the hunting tradition come from for you, Henry and Lakeisha?
Okay, I'm gonna start with me. Okay, my family is a 4th and 5th generation farmers, soybean farmers and wheat farmers, and I didn't really take too well to want to drive the tractor, but I had a BB gun, and I would be in the fields chasing rabbits and frogs and everything you can think of, and that's what really fascinated me. And so I grew up, shooting birds, and from there it just progressed. And my mom, of course, she was an avid fisherman, and she used to always take us out when we was younger, me and my sister and my younger brother. And so that's where it started. And now with Keisha, it's a little different.
I can say one thing to start with. Henry used to go, I didn't hunt back then. Henry used to go hunting all the time by himself at first, or with his brother or somebody. And I never wanted to go. I was like, no, stay home with me. Don't go hunting. And he used to go all the time. So it's not like I just was hunting all my life. And so, I said, if you can't beat him, join him. So I said, let me go out here and try a little hunting and see what it's all about. It's keeping him in the woods away from me. So then I used to go and film for him turkey hunting, and I never would actually, want to shoot or anything. I'll just go and run the camera, and it used to be so cool to me. So I started getting hooked on going turkey hunting just to film him. I was like, are we going to go turkey hunting? Let me film you. I used to actually love just watching. It was just great just to see him kill a turkey. So to make a long story short, from then on, he ended up making me, he was like, now Keisha, this time you're going to shoot the turkey. So I was like, no, I'm not. I don't want to. And he's like, no, you're going to shoot. And then I killed my first turkey. And then ever since, I've been turkey hunting. I love turkey hunting. I killed my first deer when I was about 7 months pregnant. So ever since then, I've been in the woods. 7
months pregnant?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. It doesn't stop.
I mean, we had 4 kids.
Yeah, pregnant or not, Lakeisha is a very hard hunter. And when I say, yes, it never stopped. She's been pregnant hunting a lot, and
after I have the kids, I'm right back out there 6 weeks later.
Right. Sometimes it didn't even make it to the 6 weeks. So
my goodness.
So sometimes it's amazing. In some households, in some households, the woman is upset about the guy going hunting, but now it's a little reverse in our household. Sometimes she will get upset with me if I can go hunting and she can't go hunting. She had to keep the kids, so she gets upset about that, about not being able to hunt.
Well, somebody did a good job here, and the way it's shuffling out, I'm looking at your bio. Avid hunters that suffer occasionally from buck fever and the turkey pox. How do you think turkey hunting helps you be a better whitetail hunter?
Oh my!
Turkey hunting gives you woodsmanship skills.
Well, yeah.
Sometimes it's not about being the best caller, but it's about knowing where the turkeys want to be. And a turkey's gonna be a turkey regardless.
Always call to you.
And so by turkey hunting, it makes your skills. You're a lot. You learn how to be very stealthy. You have to really know the layout of the property, and so I believe that's what really helps you being a deer hunter, because you're very familiar with the terrain and these skills about being, like I say, being stealthy, watching out for everything. You're not trying to. You're watching where you're stepping when you're turkey hunting. First of all, you don't want to step on the snakes, and then you want to make as little noise as possible, and so I just think I noticed it when I started hunting turkeys. Well, first of all, I noticed that was the hardest thing for me to do besides hunting whitetails was hunting turkeys, and I noticed when I started hunting turkeys, I began to kill bucks a lot more consistently.
Interesting.
Right.
Lakeisha, what's your 2 cents on killing turkeys and killing whitetails?
I like killing turkeys. No.
Well, we know that.
Henry, he pretty much summed up the same way that I feel about that. And I think it also, turkey hunting, you have to be still and move slow. And, it's little things that actually would make you a better deer hunter, especially if you're going to be bow hunting deer. They're so close, so you have to move slowly and, just prepared. And hey, you can't kill at home, so you have to be out there. So,
Yeah, so, that's one thing that we've learned.
Whether you're turkey hunting or deer hunting.
Right, the animals, the outside is their home. A lot of times people will allow weather and, rain and different things to stop them. But that's one thing about us. The turkeys can't go home, and the deer can't go home. So you learn a lot, right? When you think the deer are going to stop moving, or you think the turkeys are not going to cooperate because it's raining or anything, or it's windy. No, that doesn't mean anything. If it's windy, get down the bottom, and it's just amazing.
And
it's just
turkeys that we just killed.
Yes, we just killed a turkey the first day of spring this year, and for some reason we actually had a snow shower in the south that just came through all of a sudden.
No way.
Yes, and we actually got footage of it and everything, and right when we was taking cover, trying to get our camera and things out of the weather, bam, these turkeys come out right to try to decoy us.
It's snowing, it's just coming down.
Right.
And you got that on video?
Yes, and I guess.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, and I guess that's another thing that about us. We're not just hunting, but we're actually filming. So it takes a whole nother degree of
both of us trying to kill, and both of us trying to film, we're both trying to kill, and they can kind of
right. And a lot of times we may sacrifice game because we didn't get the right angles or the footage or anything. It's a challenge, but we love the challenge.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's fun. I'm just sitting here thinking in Colorado, you could have a snow squall come through and then be turkeys, but I'm thinking, man, Mississippi turkeys, snow.
Yes.
I mean, that should go viral.
I know. I've never seen it, and I'm glad that I was sitting there. I told Keisha, I was like, let me get this camera. Let me get this footage of the snow, because I don't know when we'll ever see this again. And bam, out of nowhere, these turkeys run up to us at 8 yards in our face and look at us, and thank God we had those hex suits on, and I believe it had a lot to do with it, because
I think so too.
I was actually tangled up in the cedars, and I was just whipping those cedars, trying to tear through the cedars with my shotgun, and it's like evidently they thought we were non-living. They thought we were part of the trees or something like that, and I actually was able to put one down. So it was amazing.
That's great. I can't hope you put that on social media or something, because that'd be fun to see.
Right. We, like I said, we're collecting a library of footage, and so it's gonna be released. Look, stay tuned.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Yes, sir. Man, you're sitting there with a pat deck, and you're not turning over too many cards. Hey, talk to me about the science of deer and deer hunting, and this is in your bio. So what does that mean, actively involved in the science of deer and deer hunting?
Well, what we're referring to is some of those methods that we learned with the Hunt Fish Journal as far as hunting over scrapes. A lot of people mock scrape. A lot of people don't know you can be very successful hunting over scrapes, but this is the deal. There's only a short window. Normally it's about 3 or 4 days where deer are going to actually be checking those scrapes, and they're going to go from nocturnal to daylight. And so that's how we're able to, and through the calculator with the rut calculator, that's how we're able to do it. And it's actually more, it's a scientific thing, as far as like being able to know that time. And actually, to be honest with you, we create our own mock scrapes using some real scent. We have some scent that you can order actually on the Hunt Fish Journal, and it is not anything with any additives. It's 100% doe estrus, buck tarsal gland, and buck urine. It's a blend, and the deer actually believe that this is a real deer putting it out there.
Right. This is like one of the first. We've seen more books than anything.
Right. And because of it, before I was using those methods, I actually thought I had a doe population problem. But now since I've been using those methods, I found out. Now I'm wondering where all the does at, because I'm not getting anything but books on my camera.
Like books just rolling in.
Right. So it's amazing how we can calculate that time and know when to get that edge, or just to make that deer think, hey, there's a doe that's coming to estrus, and I want to be the first one to breed her. And so that's pretty much what we mean by that.
So, and I know we talked about it, and we're going to hopefully do another show and get Jerry on the show with you guys and spend more time. But what I just heard you say, I get about 4 days to hit a hot scrape, to sit my stand, and before or after that time, probably not so much. And if I hit the right 4 times, then I'm going to get that doe, seeking, a doe and estrus. Is that correct?
Right.
Did I hear that right?
You're going to be more successful. Your chances of harvesting a mature buck, as long as their stand is not pressured, I wouldn't hunt it no more than 3 times. That would be the most I would hunt it. And it's hard for a lot of people to do. But the thing is, a whitetail buck, he really knows when you're there. And like I say, the way we set these scrapes up, I'm not just going to put it just anywhere. I'm going to put this scrape strategically in front of me, to the side of me, but never behind me, because I want that buck to come right into that scrape. And guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to wait till this buck steps into the scrape and shoot the buck in the scrape. And Jerry Everhart, he's been very successful, and I think he's over 80% of the deer that he's killed
has been in the scrape.
Yes, and he's a bow hunter, and he actually aims at the scrape and wait for the buck to walk to the scrape. And it's amazing. If you look at his collection, he's harvested several Popeyons just annually. And it's
very successful.
Yes, and it's really ridiculous. When you think about those odds, that hey, this guy, he's not just lucky. He understands something. He got something figured out.
Yeah, and a guy last season was telling me just the hundreds of thousands of deer that have to be out there to get one in the Pope and Young, 125, and then for Boone and Crockett, it's even astronomical, just the numbers. And if you're consistently taking good mature deer, and let's just call them that, and you're doing something right, because it just doesn't happen by accident.
Yeah, he has a friend that another guy that he taught to do the same methods. In his first year, he was in Ohio too. He'd never really killed any Pope and Young bucks, but the first year, I believe it was, when he tried the method, he ended up killing a 200. There was a 200-inch Ohio buck, and I believe his buck is one of the few bucks there are whose width was actually longer, or I guess say wider than his main beam length. I think the deer was maybe about, his name is Walt Mitchell. I think the buck probably was at least 30-something inches wide. It was something crazy.
Yeah,
it was ridiculous, So now Walt in Ohio, he passes 140s, now, since and it's something else.
Well, I've got, that was interesting. We're at the end of the show, but really quick, if you go back and listen to the Cadillac Buck episode, I can't remember which one it is, but he's in the top 5 of width, and came out of Wisconsin buck near Weyerhaeuser, Wisconsin, a few years back, and he's like 30 some inches wide.
Wow.
I'm just doing those off memories, listeners, so don't hold me, but I'm going to make a note right here, Henry, to send you, get that video to you.
Okay.
The video, because it's just amazing. And you can look it up. Just Google Cadillac Buck, Kadlec, Cadillac Buck, out of Weyerhaeuser, Wisconsin. Just a tremendous, tremendous buck. So, guys, it's hard to believe, but we're way past 30 minutes into the show. So, with that, on behalf of Whitetail Rendezvous, Henry and Lakeisha, thank you so much for being on the show. You guys have been I've had fun doing it. I hope you had fun. Yeah. And I can't wait to get you back on the show. And I can't wait to see that show, Addicted to the Outdoors, this fall, the couples episode.
Well, thank you. We appreciate you even having us on. So we definitely appreciate it.
And it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
And we look forward to being able to do it again.
And even come back. Yeah.
Make sure you listen to the next episode when you hear about The Mix from Robbie Hickman of Pennsylvania. You don't want to miss this one.
Thanks for joining us. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for another episode of Whitetail Rendezvous, where you can listen and learn from the experts so you can be more successful on your next hunt. Until next time, listen, learn, and succeed.
Remember to text 33444 Food Plot for your free ebook